Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy Hollywood Steve back with another video. Sorry, guys, for having to do this on my cell phone. Yeah, sorry, we're having to do this on my cell phone, guys. I'm having issues with my computer, so yeah, having issues with that. So I might have to be looking into another computer, or another something else. So anyway, we're gonna do these videos through my cell phone. So sorry for if the quality is not the absolute greatest. But here we go, guys. We're gonna get right into things. So this week, as you guys know, you guys that are fans of the WWE and just fans of wrestling in general, Hollywood Hogan, or Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, passed away at age 71 this week, due to heart-related issues, due to a massive heart attack. And I just kind of want to give you guys my thoughts and my favorite Hulk Hogan moments, and just a little bit of the life and times of Hulk Hogan here. So Hulk Hogan, as you guys may be familiar with, he started out in the AWA under Vern Gagne, and Vern Gagne didn't really see a lot in Hulk. From what I've heard, Vern Gagne didn't really see a lot in Hulk Hogan. He didn't really see him as championship material. So Hogan leaves the AWA, goes to the WWE, and Mean Gene Okerlund had left the AWA as well. And so you have Hulk Hogan going to the WWE, or WWF at the time. Now, at this time, Vince Sr. was in charge of the WWE, or WWF. It was formerly the WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation, but they changed it to the WWF. Hulk Hogan had an opportunity to go into the acting scene. He had an opportunity to go and play Thunder Lips in Rocky 3. Vince Sr. at the time did not see the reason why Hulk Hogan should do that he needed to stick to wrestling, and so he told him he couldn't go, but Hogan went anyway, and that was the rocket ship that just sent him off and running, that sent Hulkamania off and running. January 23rd, 1984. I don't really remember this because I probably saw it, but I was only 4 years old at the time. But January 23rd, 1984, Madison Square Garden, Hulk Hogan defeats the Iron Sheik to become the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion. And at this time, and and you guys know the iterations of the belts. This time it was the big green belt, the big green round, had the big round WWF logo in the middle, or not logo, but World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Champion. It was big. It was big and green. And so Hogan beats the Iron Sheik in Madison Square Garden, and Hulkamania is off and running. And so here we go. We're off and running with Hulkamania, and you get Hogan does Thunder Lips. You get the Rock and Wrestling Connection. You get the War to Settle the Score. Partnering with you get WWF partnering with MTV for the War to Settle the Score. You got Hogan, Mr. T. You got Hogan on Saturday. Hogan and Mr. T on Saturday Night Live. Then we get to WrestleMania 1. You got Hogan, Mr. T versus Roddy Piper and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. And Hogan is obviously the baby face. He's the world champion. He's the baby face. He's the guy. And so and just a side note, in his AWA days, he was heel. He was a heel, but the WWE never wanted to turn him heel. They tried, and it didn't. They tried, and it didn't work. It didn't work. They just, for whatever reason, it didn't work. And so they WrestleMania 1 goes down. Hulk Hogan and Mr. T are victorious. Then you got WrestleMania 2, which was it was nothing really. It wasn't as good as WrestleMania 1. But you had Hogan in a steel cage match against King Kong Bundy. And that was kind of where Hogan started feuding with the Heenan family. Then you had the iconic moment on Piper's Pit with Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Jesse the Body Ventura, and Andre the Giant walking in with Bobby the Brain Heenan. And Heenan saying Hogan never gave him a shot at the title. This is the only way that Andre was going to get a shot. And you have Andre turning heel. And you have the iconic moment of Andre grabbing Hulk Hogan's cross necklace, his crucifix, ripping it off. Hogan looking down, Piper looking at Hogan going, "You're bleeding." And Piper asking the question, yes or no, will you or will you not accept Andre the Giant's challenge to wrestle you for the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 3? Yes or no? And you have the yes from Hulk Hogan. And then we get to WrestleMania 3 and we get Andre the Giant versus Hulk Hogan, and that just sent Hulkamania into another stratosphere. That moment, Andre the Giant getting slammed by Hulk Hogan, sent Hulkamania into another atmosphere, another stratosphere. But obviously, leading up to the match, I've heard Hogan say. I heard Hulk Hogan say when he was alive, I heard Hulk Hogan say that he wasn't sure what was going to happen that day. He was a nervous wreck all day long. He went to Vince, what's Andre want to do? What's Andre want to do? I don't know. Hogan goes to Andre, what are we doing? Don't worry about it. Multiple times Hogan goes to Andre, what are we doing? 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 Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out when we get the ring. Don't worry about it. During the match, Andre by this time in Andre's career, Andre is pretty much done. His back and his health are really shot, totally shot. And so I heard during the middle of the match on Hogan say that he hears Andre yell, "Slam!" And Hogan is kind of taken aback by that, and he hears Andre again, "Slam!" And so he's, okay, slam. He slams Hogan, slams Andre. 1, 2, 3. Hogan retains. And we're off and running with Hulkamania. Then out of that you had Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. You had Hulk Hogan Vitamins. You had, Hogan was everywhere after this, everywhere, and then you get WrestleMania 4, the WWE Undisputed Championship match between Ted DiBiase and Macho Man Randy Savage in tournament style. Hulk Hogan, congratulating Macho Man, celebrating with Macho Man in the middle of the ring. You get and then later in the year you get the formation of the Mega Powers. SummerSlam 88, Mega Powers versus Mega Bucks, Andre the Giant, Ted DiBiase. Great match. Jesse the Body Ventura is a special guest referee. Year goes on. A little tension between Hogan and Savage. You get a little tension between Hogan and Savage, and so there's there's a little tension there between Hulk Hogan and Macho Man, and you get to WrestleMania 5, Mega Powers explode. Good match between Hogan and Randy. Macho Man Randy Savage. Hogan wins. Hogan beats Macho Man. Hogan You get Hogan at WrestleMania 6 wrestling the Ultimate Warrior, title versus title. Warrior at this time was the Intercontinental Champion. Hogan, obviously, the WWF World Heavyweight Champion at this time. So you get a really good match. You get Hogan passing the proverbial torch to the Ultimate Warrior. WrestleMania 7, Hogan, Sergeant Slaughter for the world title in what was a very controversial storyline, because you had Sergeant Slaughter sympathizing with Saddam Hussein. You had Slaughter in storyline turning his back on America and siding with the Middle East, and so you have Hogan, the babyface, coming in to save America, from Sergeant Slaughter, save the world title from this tyrant, Sergeant Slaughter, from this Iraqi sympathizer. And Hogan beats him. Hogan regains the title one more time. And I can't remember if before WrestleMania 8 he loses the title, but then it was supposed to be Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair at WrestleMania 8, but for whatever reason, that never happened. And I've heard mixed stories. I've heard multiple iterations of what happened. Just a bunch. It sounds like it was just a bunch of politics backstage that didn't allow this match to happen, to take place, which everybody wanted, but for whatever reason, it just didn't work out. So you had Hogan versus Sid Justice at WrestleMania 8. Okay. We get to WrestleMania 9. Hogan at this point has been doing a lot of movies, has been doing a lot of acting. He's got, things on other things on his plate. He comes back at WrestleMania 9. Main event is Bret Hart versus Yokozuna for Yokozuna's World Heavyweight Championship. Hogan comes down to help Bret. Bret gets the powder thrown in his face. Yokozuna wins. You have Mr. Fuji stepping up, getting on the microphone and saying, Hogan, if you want this title, then why don't you challenge Yokozuna right now for it? Then you have Hogan, I don't know. Bret, do you want me to do this? Are you sure? Should we do this? I don't know. And Bret, go. Do it. Okay. So Hogan beats Yokozuna in a matter of minutes and wins the world title. Again, and interestingly enough, he's got a black eye from whatever happened. There's a lot of speculation behind that. And then you get Hogan, then around 94, 92, 93, 94. Hogan steps away from the WWE. He's doing his thing in Florida. He's doing Thunder in Paradise. And by this point, WCW, they're doing their thing at Universal Walt Disney World, Florida. The soundstage there, they're doing their thing. Hogan comes back into wrestling, signs with the Enemy, signs with WCW. Bash at the Beach 94. We finally get Hogan versus Flair. Hogan beats Flair for the world title. And at this point, Hulkamania had run its course. He was starting to get a lot more boos than he was getting cheers. And so Hogan's starting to get a lot more boos, little few cheers. It's kind of mixed, but mostly he's starting to get a lot more boos than he is cheers. And so he's like, what do we need to do? Then you have Scott Hall, Kevin Nash coming in, and the whole quote-unquote invasion angle from, WCW playing this invasion angle. We don't know who, WWE guys coming in invading, da-da-da. You have the Outsiders. Then you have Bash at the Beach 96, the most iconic heel turn in the world of wrestling. Hulk Hogan walking down to the ring, looking like he's going to make the save for Macho Man. Throws the referee out of the ring. Leg drops Macho Man Randy Savage. You've got the birth of the New World Order. You've got heel Hulk Hogan, who's no longer Hulk Hogan. He's Hollywood Hogan. And you have a resurgence of Hulk Hogan's career and sending WCW to its peak, beating WWE for 83 weeks straight. You have the birth of the Monday Night War. You have Hogan doing this run in WCW, world champion. Hogan versus Sting, Hogan versus Goldberg, Hogan versus Piper, Hogan versus Warrior. Again, revisiting that. Then as WCW starts to decline, you get Bash at the Beach 2000. You get Hogan You get Jeff Jarrett laying down for Hulk Hogan, Hogan pinning him, walking away with the WCW World Heavyweight Championship. 2 years later, Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall return to the WWE as the NWO. You have the NWO making their debut, but the return of Hulk Hogan, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall, and they wreak havoc, but it's not as good as it was because, it's WWE's bought out WCW, so it's not as good as it was. Then you have WrestleMania 18, Hogan versus Rock. And this match was beautiful. This was an amazing match, an awesome match. Rock has said on the fly, they knew going into this, as the match was going, they knew that obviously Hogan was getting cheered. So they, on the fly, Rock turns heel in the middle of the match and becomes the heel, and Hogan's the babyface, and you get this resurgence of Hulk Hogan in the WWE, tag team champion with Edge, WWE undisputed champion. You get this iconic run with Hulk Hogan in the WWE, and and then that's it. That's it for Hogan. And obviously other things outside his world of wrestling. Said and did some things, but and I thought a cool moment you had Hogan posting a video of him getting baptized at his church, and Hogan getting his life right with the Lord. And Eric Bischoff had said in an interview that I saw on YouTube that all he talked about was his faith. His faith in Christ was his foundation, and he got back on the straight and narrow, and he got back. So then you have the Netflix debut, the debut of Monday Night Raw on Netflix, and he gets booed out of the building, because of things he said. But is what it is. Can't change it. But as far as the wrestling goes, Hulk Hogan, one of the greatest to ever do it. My top 3 Hulk Hogan moments: Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage's the Mega Powers. That tag team was awesome. Hulk Hogan beating on... Well, actually, no, I take that back. Hulk Hogan beating the Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, number 1 for me. The Mega Powers. The birth of the Mega Powers and their tag team. And them exploding at WrestleMania 5. Number 3, Hulk Hogan's WCW run and the birth of the NWO, and his run as Hollywood Hulk Hogan took his career into another stratosphere. He set the world of wrestling on fire yet again from 96 to 98. And there'll never be anybody else like it. Nobody will ever be able to do what Hulk Hogan did. Let me know your guys' favorite Hulk Hogan moments. Let me know your guys' top 3 Hulk Hogan moments in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that. I will catch you guys in the next one. This is your boy Hollywood Steve saying, when you're Hollywood Steve, you're just 2. Sweet!